Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make another press-on nail design, and recently I made this yellow set that's above there and you guys showed so much love that I'm now filming the set below where we've only got 5 fingers. We're going to do the other 5 today with you, and it's just a bit of a spin on the yellow set I originally did. It's a little bit similar, slightly different, little alterations made here and there and a different colour theme, and it literally looks like a whole brand new set and it's really cutesy, so I can't wait to show you. So I'm going to start off with showing you guys, of course, the colours. So I've gone for a blue, pink kind of colour pattern. The other set had a yellow and pink colour theme. I also have some white gel polish and we also need a nude, so I am using one from Nail Nails today. So we're going to apply that nudie base across 4 nails. And then the pinky is going to be a white. This is one of those sets where the first 5 fingers, you know, is how it is. But then the other 5 fingers are going to have the pattern in a different order. So if you've got, let's say, a French tip on the thumb on your right hand side, you are not going to have a French tip on your thumb on the other hand. So we're doing the other 5 fingers. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you all 10 fingers on the screen so you can see if you wanted to and pause it and see where I've placed what and how I've kind of rearranged and changed it around. When it comes to the nude as well, I do 3 very thin coats, so bear that in mind as well. But after everything is cured and it's how I need it to be, it's time for the nail art itself. And I've got this very handy pigmented palette for nails, and on one of those nails, which I think is the ring finger on this set, is going to have like an aura look. And I use a nail pigment, but also a eyeshadow brush, and I just tap into it, and then I tap into the tacky layer of the gel polish. I know some people apply a matte top coat and then do it. I haven't tried that yet, but so far so good. I mean, this method's working. I'm definitely going to give it a try. I just haven't had a chance to just yet to do the matte top coat method, and it just feels like another layer of gel polish to add to my nails. So I don't know how you feel about it, but I will give it a go and I can report back. I know that when I use regular eyeshadow palettes, they don't always work as well. So maybe the trick of using a matte top coat will work a little bit better with that. But I am using just some actual pigments for nails, and I got that palette from Shein. And it's super affordable, and I've had so much use out of it already, and there's just so much in that palette. Like, I feel like I'm just never going to finish. When it comes to the design though, we do have quite a lot of French tips going on. We've got 3 nails on our 5 fingers there. So we've got the thumb and the middle finger with the blue, the pastel blue. And then the index finger is going to have a white French tip. So again, I'm going to do the one coat on camera and then the other coat I'm going to do off camera. Make sure though, when you do the second coat of the white on the pinky and the French tip on the index, you leave it wet. So, you know, do your second coat, but don't cure it just yet. And we'll get to that next stage in a moment because we're going to do a seashell kind of pattern / look. But yeah, I also fast tracked the footage as well. So now we're on to that middle finger with the blue. I feel like I need to do a little bit of a disclaimer. I don't know what was happening the day when I was filming this. I do feel like I quite regularly have here and there some issues with colours, but that day in particular, like, it keeps changing. It goes quite warm and then quite cold, and I just don't know what is happening. I have changed my matte, but I've basically picked up another, just a new version of the matte I had, so it shouldn't really be a different shade of colour necessarily, so I'm a bit confused, so I do apologise, especially at this part of the video. It's a bit funny. But the white here is incured, and so I'm grabbing a brush with some of that blue and I'm just popping some lines in there, here, there and everywhere kind of thing. Very messily, there's literally no process to it, just have fun. But also don't put too much because you do also want some of that white coming through, and I do like to start with a lighter shade first. And now I'm going with a darker shade, which is my pink, and I'm being a bit more careful with how I'm placing it, or trying to anyways. And I'm just kind of trying to mix them together a little bit, and yeah, I don't really know how else to describe it, just side to side until you're happy, give or take, with what the pattern is looking like. Once you are happy though, go ahead and cure it in place once you're happy, or if you're unhappy, this is the fun bit where you can actually just customize it and add more white, like I am right now, where I felt like I kind of went a bit overboard and overkill there, and I kind of just made the white disappear a little bit, and I wanted some of that white back in, so you can go in and fix it up wherever it needs it. And then yeah, once you're happy, pop that one into the lamp for a cure. And then once they're out, we're going to do some extra details. So this aura nail is going to be a fruity nail. So we're going to do a little layer right there at the top using that pink shade that we used earlier on. Just a very somewhat thin layer, I guess, line at the top there. And pop that one into the lamp for a cure. And then once they are back out, we are going to do a bit more aura kind of patterned look. So you can see how pigmented that pigment is here, whereas where you watch one of my videos where I use an eyeshadow palette, there was nowhere near as much pigment and colour coming through when I'm using my brush. So there is a difference, but if you do have any unused eyeshadow palette, I mean, so far I haven't really felt like anything bad is happening to my nails. I literally worn them and everything, and I think it kept up pretty well, to be honest, as any other set would. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm just tapping that pigment at the tip of the French tip nails. I kind of wish, looking back now, that I've kept that pigment a bit lower, just so I have a bit more blue, but I kind of popped it quite high up, but it is what it is. And then once it's done and I'm happy, I'm going in with some of that pink again, that gel polish, and with a dotting tool, I'm just going to do some dotted patterns on the tip part of the thumb on this set. And then I'm going to pop that one into lamp for a cure, but since I'm doing dot, I'm only going to do the one layer. Unless you're using a very sheer gel polish, you probably don't really need to do 2 layers. And then on to the middle nail, I'm going to do some of these lines. They're quite popular when you do, is it hibiscus? I think it's hibiscus. When you do like a hibiscus style nail, they often do these lines and they do these dots, and it works quite nicely with a tropical set, so that's why I decided to incorporate it today, even though we don't have any like floral hibiscus vacation kind of flowers. But you've got your pink line at the bottom going upwards, and then the white line starting from the top going downwards, and then again using a dotting tool, I'm going to repeat the process as I did below and just do the dots and just make it cutesy. And then off that one goes into the lamp for a cure. You can really see the set coming together now, which is great news. Now that it's out though, on the thumb, I'm going to do those exact lines that we just did on the middle finger. But on that one, I'm going to do one line with the white and the dots, and then the line next to it is going to be blue with the dots as well. But just right next to it pretty much, whereas on the thumb we had one at the top and at the bottom, because we already got dots at the bottom on the thumb. But I still felt like I needed to add an extra couple lines in there. I just felt like the set wasn't, I don't know, sometimes I feel like nails in a set are missing something to fit in with the set, if that makes sense. So hence the extra lines on the thumb, which is definitely not a necessary step. I feel like sometimes it's a bit of an overkill with me, but yeah, added it in there. So once it's out, we can work a bit more on our fruity nail, which is probably the most cutesy nail ever. I'm so happy that I tried to do it, because it's my first time trying to do a fruity nail, and it's actually surprisingly been quite a smooth experience to do it. So I think if you give it a try, I think you should be alright with getting a fruity nail quite easily. And when you break it down, actually look how you do it, it is actually quite simpler than you think. So I repeated the white line at the top there, and then I did a very small little dot in the centre of the nail, and now I'm going to do lines coming away from it. Envision trying to do a star and just drag out your lines on either side, and then repeat that again. So in total you want, I believe it's 8 lines in total. And then once they're out, that's the bit where it can get a little bit more time consuming, which I am still struggling to keep on camera, so I will get back to you on that part of the video, but you will see it being done and what it looks like as the final bit. But you're just kind of curving the edges, if that makes sense. You can see in the background right now, but in a moment you see it a bit more closer. But I will work on a video where I can actually show it easier on on video for you on how I do it. But it's still quite simple, it's just more time consuming, and I just find that I just need to wobble my head around a little bit more, my hand and my brush, just to get the right angles and everything. So hence why it's not always, or hence why I'm not always able to catch it on camera for you. But now it's time to bling this set out, and I've picked up some gold details. I've been into gold, guys, which is crazy because I've always been a silver girly, but gold is just in, and I just keep seeing it everywhere, and with the right kind of outfit it just looks amazing. So we are adding gold today. And I also have these like charmy circular little, you see it, the blue and the pink, and it literally looks like a droplet, like a blue droplet and a pink droplet of like water or something, and I thought it would literally work perfectly today with our colour scheme and everything like that. And then in between I'm also placing some gold caviar beads wherever I can add them in, I have. And then once I'm happy, I'll pop it in Slam for a Cure. Now it's time to top coat. So I'm going to top coat them all. And whichever one has charms or anything, crystals or anything like that, I'm going to apply 2 coats of top coat, curing in between each layer, of course. And I am applying a top coat on top of my charms and my crystals and all that kind of stuff. And also ensuring that I am capping my edge. Make sure you do that. It really makes a difference. Like, try and make yourself a set without capping, wear it, and make one when you cap. And you will notice that probably by week 2. Maybe even if you can push it to week 3, you will start to see chipping. I feel like if you wear it maybe for a week, you might not see it so much, or if you're going to wear it for just a day or a couple of hours, you might not really see a difference. But yeah, I definitely have. And now that the top coat is cured, I'm going in with the nail art gel from Macart, which is what we used earlier to adhere the crystals and the charms and gems and stuff. And I'm going to do these lines, and I'm using a long brush because I find it easier to pick up a lot of that product, and also I find it easier to place a big blob near the outer part of the nail, and as I bring my brush in, I can make the line thinner, or at least try to as much as I can. And so I'm basically repeating that across the whole nail there. And then as soon as I'm happy, I do pop it quickly into the lamp for a cure because it is still a wet gel polish and I'm placing quite a lot of it on there, so I need to rush to not allow it to kind of smudge and, you know, blend into one another because I want distinguished lines. I think when I was filming this set in particular, I did have a bit of an issue with one of the lines merging with the other one, so if it's any easier, try and leave a bigger gap in between if you're a bit unsure or worried that they're going to blend. Or by blend I mean, you know, kind of touch each other and end up smudging into one another, and you no longer have these nice established singular lines. And you want to repeat that again on the index finger. So essentially all the white nails, white tip and then the full white nail, and repeat that beautiful line that you need there to really complete that shadow. So I feel like it's one of those steps that you just can't skip. Without it, the nail just doesn't look as good as it does with it on there, essentially. But here it is, off it goes. And then last but not least, to really finish off that fruity nail, you could leave it here if you wanted to, it already looks quite fruity, but that really adds an extra touch there, and it's to add those exact lines again, but only in the pinky bits of the nails, so in between the white lines that you've created, and it will just honestly elevate it to the next level. It looks amazing, it looks so juicy, it just looks 10 out of 10, and you're literally going to get so many comments of like, how did you do it? When I've shown my friends and family these sets, I just get so many comments like, oh my god, how did you do that? It just looks so hard to do, but when you really break it down, it's not that hard to do, and I hope you guys feel the same way after watching today's video. I will create a couple more content videos around this, or maybe some shorts content just to show you and break it down even more. But yeah, that will go into the lamp for a cure, and here are the final results. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!